Craig Ellingson, a broken-hearted father, squaring off in court with the careless cop who killed his son, Brandon.
Anthony Piercy, it has been 3.5 years that I've waited to tell you face to face that you're the reason why my son is dead.
Brandon and his high school buddies reunited for a fun-filled weekend partying on Lake of the Ozarks. Missouri State Trooper Anthony Piercy pulled the guys over for boating while intoxicated. He arrested and handcuffed Brandon. While hauling him in, Piercy claims he hit a wake and Brandon flipped out of the boat, still handcuffed. Brandon plummeted to the bottom of the lake and died. Piercy called it a terrible accident.
You don't cover up if there's an accident.
Brandon's parents aren't the only ones screaming cover up.
We killed Brandon Ellingson.
Sergeant Randy Henry used to work this same beat. In fact, he was Trooper Piercy's supervisor at one time. He bravely came forward, risking his job to expose what he calls a cover-up in Brandon's death. The alleged cover-up starts with this radio call from Piercy to another officer claiming he was driving the patrol boat at a safe speed.
I wouldn't go real fast because it's real choppy. I'm guessing 15, 20 minutes.
But the patrol boat GPS records tell a different story. Data reveals he hit speeds of up to 46 miles an hour while Brandon was in custody. And the reason Piercy was speeding? It's hard to believe and makes Brandon's tragic death senseless. Sergeant Henry says he thinks it's because the more tickets a trooper writes, the better it looks on his record.
I think this is all about Tony Piercy trying to make a name for himself so he can get promoted.
After the initial investigation, amazingly, Piercy is given just a 5-day suspension. 6 months after Brandon's death, his parents file a civil lawsuit against Officer Anthony Piercy and the Missouri State Highway Patrol. They're awarded millions of dollars, but that's not enough.
The most important thing to me is that this man never, ever gets a job in law enforcement again.
Finally, in December 2015, a special prosecutor charged Piercy with involuntary manslaughter. That charge was dropped after Piercy agreed to plead guilty to negligent operation of a vehicle, the boat. Then at sentencing, the moment the Ellingsons have waited years for, the judge hands down the sentence. But it's another blow to a family who has already endured so much pain.
The judge decided that it warranted 10 days in a county jail at his leisure, 200 days of supervised parole, and 50 hours of community service for killing my son.
Piercy officially remains a licensed state trooper on the force. At the sentencing, he told the court that nothing he can say would make things better.
I am truly sorry for that. Brandon should be here with them today.
I haven't heard yet that he's taken responsibility for his actions that day.
But Crime Watch Daily did track down Piercy to see what he has to say about the sentence.
You basically killed a kid and you got a slap on the wrist. Is that fair? Is that justice? Anything to say to Brandon's family?
I think I already said it.
Well, say it again. You killed him. You don't want to say it again?
I think I'll say goodnight.
Now, as a final step in Brandon's memory, the Ellingsons will work to get Piercy's trooper state license revoked.
He doesn't need to be a cop again, he can be something else.
I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.